One interactive hip hop and R&B. It's Tiki Torrez, 50 Cent is here.
We're here live.
Animal Ambition.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Everything's good, man. I'm in good spirits. I feel good about the project, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since you.
Yeah, man. You'll see everybody's response tonight. It'll be fun.
You know, everybody's ready for you to hit that stage and say that classic line. You know what that one line is, right?
Go shorty, it's your birthday?
No. G.
Oh, G?
Yes, come on.
All by myself.
I can't with you. So anyways, you've been releasing music every week, and you've just been flooding the digital world with it.
Yeah.
So kind of your mindset now is just straight give them something every week until you beat them in the head.
Yeah, I think it takes time for people to reassess how they feel. Whenever something is prominently in your actual face and in your life, if it disappears, it doesn't mean much to you. Like, you learn to live without it.
Right.
So it's been 5 years since my music has been out, and I got a chance to appreciate our culture from a fan's perspective.
Yeah. And who are you a fan of?
All of them. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Not everything that comes out makes me go ooh or ah, but I like everybody.
Can I tell you a story that happened this weekend? I could not wait to see you today. So I'm in the Florida Keys, right? And I'm at this resort, and it's nothing but old white men, right? So one of the two goes, give me a vitamin water. So I'm in the pool, and the old white man goes, can you believe there's a rapper pimp guy? Now I'm sitting here, and I'm like, what is he about to say? So he goes, he's a pimp, and his name is 50 Cent. And so 50 Cent's guy, his investor, told him to put $1 million into vitamin water. Can you believe this kid got rich? He's a freaking pimp rapper. So I'm like bawling in the inside, like bawling because I'm like, he's not supposed to get rich. Like I'm so heated, and my boyfriend's like, don't say nothing. Like,
yeah, a big part of that is the things that we in presentation. Like it was so impressionable in the public.
Yeah.
And for a person that doesn't choose hip hop as a genre of music for their personal pleasure, they still can't miss this. It's so big, our culture, that it's still in their lives.
But do you find yourself, being that you're on a different level than most hip-hop artists, a different income, a different tax bracket, do you find yourself fighting those battles for us that people don't even realize?
Yeah, like they'll ask, why do you utilize, they don't ask painters, why do you utilize the colors you utilize to paint the picture? You know, we use terminologies that actually live within the environment to create a vivid presentation of what, you know, how things actually are there. So we're going to use all the dysfunctional behaviors, we use everything that's there, and that consistent theme of if it ain't about money, it ain't about shit, is within our culture, because that was the biggest restraint. It was a financial restraint for artists in inner cities that's writing the things that are around them. And
it's crazy because it's hard for some, although they make tons of money off hip-hop and our culture, it's sometimes hard for them to accept the fact that we are millionaires. Like, and then he goes further to say, can you believe him and Dr. Dre owns Interscope Records? And I'm thinking, they don't own Interscope Records. He was signed, and Jimmy Iovine was the chairman at the time. And like, it's so crazy how they paint this picture of how your success is.
It's not someone that's truly a fan of it. It's a person that's just getting bits and pieces of information. That's like, they don't realize when they look at P.I.M.P., they hear the record and they hear the energy connected to it. I'm sure in his life he's been in adult entertainment, he's been in a club, at a strip club at some point.
Yeah, right.
You know, but he feels like you can judge people or you can just enjoy adult entertainment for adults. Like, look, I go, when I'm in P.I.M.P., you know what I look like the best about the actual music video?
What's that?
Is Jimmy and Dre had spent a weekend with Steve Jobs prior to the actual video, and I only met him for about 10 minutes before I told him, you think you can sell an iPod? I can sell an iPod. So the first time a music video had product placement in it, it came from the corporation away from home. Music was P.I.M.P. It's the first time they had an an iPod.
Wow.
At that point.
That's insane.
That's how it starts, you know, scroll the P.I.M.P. and the video.
So do you think that with Dr. Dre being the first, would they call him hip-hop billionaire? You know, what are your thoughts on that?
That's great. I mean, like, I've been associated, connected to Dre his career, my entire career, so it's cool to have him. I mean, he's a good guy.
Was that difficult for you to branch off? And I know we have to start this interview because you got to perform, but was it difficult for you to make that decision because you and Dre have been connected your whole entire career to say, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to sign the Capitol, I'm going to do my own thing? Was that a hard decision for you?
I'll be honest with you. It was, I had to communicate with him first. because he's really the reason why I had the opportunity.
Yeah.
When you sell 23 million records, everybody want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so Marshall Mathers LP, so much success around Eminem's career. He means more to our culture than we give him credit for, because they'll point to him and say, oh, he sold so much because he's white. But the reality of it is it probably wouldn't have grown as fast as it's grown if they didn't see someone in his representation of themselves in it. It works. Like, he's grown, it's obvious. You can see the group of people around him. He's grown up within our culture. I don't like to focus on it too much because it feels interesting when you actually point out that you got a white rapper that can do it better than black artists, doesn't it?
Yeah, but he came from the same classism because he's trailer park, and they're like the.
Ain't no difference between that and the projects.
My point exactly. So listen, I wish I could talk to you more because we always have great conversation, but they're giving me this, and I hate this, the wrap it up finger, because you definitely have to get on stage and perform. So I'm looking forward to the show, and I'm looking forward to see what you're gonna bring.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Watch this. I'm gonna do this.
Oh my gosh, and I'm on this shit, everybody. You have the album. Look at the t-shirt. T-shirt's nice.
Favorite. Well, I know. I'm your guy.
No, chill.
TT Torrez is 50 Cent.
And this is Kid.
Hi.
My man right here.